we'll see the winners of 4 straight, the Auburn Tigers, taking on last year's national champion, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. Looking for blockers. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Texas offense will start this game off. They go to the ground. Find some fresh air. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to throw. It's Manning. Makes the grab. Turning it on. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Baxter. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's London. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around, and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. The sure hands. It's Wingo. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver lays that drag, and I get the first down.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
4th and short, a lot of times you know what's coming, I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on 4th and short.
To the air, it's Manning. There's the pressure. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
What a great play on defense there. It was virtually unblockable. He reminds me of Nick Fairley, probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was simply unblockable. You could single team him, double team him up front. He was playing D-tackle.
Touchdown, Longhorn! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Kane. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Auburn's offense has the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Dropping back, it's Crowder. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Singleton. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man, it's Singleton. Ran through the tackle and he's got room to run. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. They'll give it to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Lee. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground.
There he goes. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. They're going to run it. He breaks a tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Looking to throw, it's Crowder. Got it in the middle, it's Howard. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The give to the back. He'll get a fresh set it down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Wants to throw on first down. Punts it out of the air. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Running behind that left side. At midfield, he's got room. What a run. Gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Fresno State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Bulldog Stadium, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Hawaii. The moment something changes in this Mountain West fight, you will hear about it here. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So here comes the Auburn offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They think there's room to run to the right here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Tight end now in motion. They'll run play action. Caught behind the line. It's Howard. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Back to throw. It's Crowder. Complete to the right. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the...
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with it. He lets one fly deep. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Brooklyn is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass. It's Manning. Hauls it in. At the 20, he's got space. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Longhorns are threatening in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Catch in the middle, it's Lockett. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, the ground game. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal and understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Pulls and fires complete. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Looking to pass, it's Crowder. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Bottle little time, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on third down.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That'll bring him to within 4.
Then so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here comes the Texas offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Breaks into the open. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Going downfield for the big play. Catch inside the 25. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Wants to go up top. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man. It's Lockett. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Give to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He's down at the 25-yard line. Waning moments of the first half. It is a first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Touchdown, Auburn! Quick strike through the air for the score.
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Dropping back, it's Manning. Going to try to get it himself. How about that job to get down in the nick of time to avoid the big hit? They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking downfield on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. That's caught. It's Lockett. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Auburn offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Looking for a man. It's Crowder. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. All kinds of room to the right. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the way fake. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of put him out of rhythm.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Lee. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll try the run. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the move, it's Dickens. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Gives it on the option. Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, they get that turnover.
And the coach is going to absolutely give him an earful. You have to understand the situation in the game. I got a chance to go up by 2 scores. We're winning the football game. Ball secured. I can't reach that thing. I got to cover it with 2 hands and make sure I don't turn it over. What a big-time mistake.
Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stem of the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this one.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Great place to start for this offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw. It's Crowder. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Turning it on. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him.
Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. He has been unstoppable. The ultimate dual threat, positively Cam-tastic.
And that dude was just so incredible to watch, and that's what he's putting on display. He's looking like that. Just whatever he wants to do, it's working, and this Auburn offense is cooking.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, and they get him on the ground at the 20. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, though.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. To the air, it's Manning. Bringing the heat. Caught over the middle, it's McCutcheon. There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCutcheon. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Baxter. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Snap in the shotgun. Throws to the tight end. He makes a catch. Touchdown, Texas! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing for this offense now moving forward in this game. That last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. To the ground with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
From the gun, running back on the move. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
And they just want... Guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Caught in the backfield, it's Raymond. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Howard. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Catch in the middle. It's Milner. He's brought down the 1, a play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Gives it on the option. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now the play fake. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beaten right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And the QB has had a nice drive. And this offense has been throwing the football over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback effectively. And even better, getting him on the ground.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights. Good. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the fourth. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. Gets it out to the 33 before he goes out of bounds. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to him again. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up-tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass. It's Manning. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
That's caught. It's Lockett. Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24.
And they get the completion, and they get out of bounds, which is obviously important to stop the clock. But what's really important now is it's fourth down. And that made it more manageable, but obviously the clock is not as important as making sure you get this fourth down conversion.
And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be first and goal. And this is almost certainly four-down territory, down 6, and needing a touchdown in the point after to take the lead. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Looking for a pass to the end zone to the right. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Great job by the defense there on third down, allowing the catch but not allowing him in the end zone. They are playing big with their backs against the wall with the game on the line. Fourth down.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. From the gun. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've got them pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time. And secure the victory. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Simmons. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. The play-action fake. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Crowder. The short hands, it's Raymond. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it on the outside. There he goes to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ball game.
Big extra point coming. It would give them the lead late. And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Florida Atlantic took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Boca Raton. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact the team's trajectory. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
I hate the play call. It's going to kill you. It takes way too much time running the football outside and then not getting out of bounds. That's one they're going to regret trailing late.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Looking to throw, it's Crowder. Got his man in the middle. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the middle. Working on the right. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now it's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, that one fell incomplete, but they know they're only one big completion away here from getting that field goal they need so bad. They have time to get a first down, clock it, or use the sideline to stop the clock and put them in position to win this game.
And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
It is go time. What is in your bag? What is your play call? Going to be fourth down now. I have to have this. I'm trailing. This is what every quarterback dreamed about in their backyard, making that play in a big-time moment. It's go time.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Leaves it with the running back. Past the 40. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. Well, this was an offense.